soul is a mystery that has long been mused upon in World of Warcraft. We have seen it used in a multitude of ways, even so far as seeing its travel to the afterlife and its purpose there. Let's look together at everything we know then, about the true power of this incorporeal force. Don't forget to like and subscribe and come. Take a seat by the fire. First, we find it best to cover what we already know about souls within the Warcraft universe, before delving into the speculation on what power it may hold or reasons for its purpose. It is a worthy mention here that we are moving forward under the assumption that almost all souls within the universe behave the same way. There are of course exceptions to this rule. It would appear at least that in the case of the beings attached to the higher cosmic forces, like the Titan Pantheon or the Old Gods, but as we will explain later, we believe there to be an obvious explanation as to why they behave in the way that they do. So let's begin with the mortal soul. We know that the soul is a personification of a being, the very life essence that comprises all that they are. It is through the power of life magic that a soul is attached to its physical form, allowing interaction and presence within the physical realm. As far as we know, all living beings have souls. Normally, upon deterioration of the physical body, the souls detach and make their way to the Shadowlands to await their fate there. Although souls that died in sudden or violent ways can become trapped as ghosts, never fully accepting or even realizing their fate, and are thus trapped in the veil that lies between both worlds. While the focus of this video is not to deep dive into resurrection, it is worth mentioning that an imperfect stitching of a soul back to its physical form may be performed with magic. Necromancy is confirmed to be able to be performed with any magic, however we most commonly see it done with shadow or death magic. But life force appears to be a multiversal currency, one which grants absolute power to those who wield it. We know this because souls have been used to power some of the most powerful magical feats ever performed within the Warcraft universe. The first that comes to mind is of course the Dark Portal, the one used for the Fell Horde's invasion of Azeroth, which was powered by warlocks consuming the life force of countless Draenei prisoners in order to power their gateway to Azeroth. The bones of those can be seen littering the path of glory in the Hellfire Peninsula. Fel magic in general consumes life, so its consumption of life force or soul energy to produce more fel is not a shock. But it is not the only realms of disorder that have a major need or want for the power of souls. We see this clearly in other magics too. The next example is another obvious one in death magic. Part of the soul's energy is called anima by the denizens of the Shadowlands. It is this part that they covet most, and any spell utilizing death magic will be drawing upon this anima to power it, much in the same way that mana is used by the living. While anima in totality is still somewhat of a mysterious substance within the Warcraft universe, it is said that the greatest souls that have experienced much, regardless if they were good or evil in life, seem to accumulate the most anima, almost like accruing an electrical charge that builds over time. We have also seen souls power machines that defy mortal comprehension. The Lich King had a forge of souls, as did Illidan within the Black Temple for a time. Arthas of course would use the souls to power the flesh machines of the Scourge. His army would grind down the souls of the tortured into nothing but fuel. Even powerful weapons can feast upon souls to power themselves, as is the case with Shadowmourne, or the ever popular Scythe of Ulthalesh. Khadgar used souls to open portals within the Hellfire Citadel, showing that even arcane magic can be used to manipulate this priceless energy. The list is too innumerable to cover everything here, but the general assumption should be that it appears that life force comprising any living being is in fact the most valuable and powerful currency within the Warcraft universe. But remember when I said that some life forces behave differently? Like how when a being of the higher magics is killed, they do not travel to the normal path or enter the Shadowlands. They instead return to their own cosmic domain, as if their spirit or soul is bound to that place. However, while true, we believe it is a little more complicated than that. Some souls are just not comprised of life force, the stuff that makes up most beings. Instead, they have souls comprised of whatever alignment they are attached to: order, death, chaos. But we also propose that souls' alignments can be shifted if enough force is applied. The most powerful and grand souls of all, the world souls, like Azeroth or Argus, show this the most. The Nathrezim were able to shift the soul's alignment to death, altering its inevitable course. Whether Argus was a world soul or a Titan soul in the first place is a question best left for the purview of a video devoted entirely to the subject. But regardless, the evidence of this very altering being possible is at least confirmed. But all this information here is what we know about the power of souls, information we have seen with our own eyes. So it's time to put on your tinfoil hats for some of the speculation. The frame of the universe was designed by the first ones. We then know that all of creation grew upon it. Souls then are like this. They are the frames of a being. But rather than being the byproduct of such a design, we believe they are instead crucial to it, and the very reason for the frame in the first place. As a soul journeys through the physical universe, they learn and grow, absorbing power and magic. While many of the mortal souls are important to the design, for example needed for the powering of the framework itself, we are of the belief that the ultimate goal was to do the same, but with world souls. The unimaginable size and power of these world souls' production would require access to magic and experiences far too vast for just itself, and so everything is designed to nurture them. The Titans ordered the planets with the hopes that a world soul may emerge within. These worlds are perfect for housing of life and all the multitude of nature's bounty. From mortals to animals they spring forth. As we have mentioned in other videos, the cosmic forces each have a part to play. Azeroth then is said to be an extremely powerful world soul, with each of the cosmic forces desperate to claim control over it. But we think the reason it is so powerful is because of the influence of these forces themselves. Of course, the debate becomes a little chicken or egg, which one was first. But for the moment, consider how much Azeroth has actually been through. The mortals alone have been through so much, from every corner of the universe vying for control, that of course the world soul within has been accumulating all the magic and experiences from all of it. While the potential power of the world soul was clear to those who knew how it worked, it has since only grown to such powerful heights because of all the attempts to control it. The power of the soul is limitless and inexhaustible, and we have only just begun to see what will happen when the world soul fully matures. What do you think? Do you agree that the world souls are indeed the final design of the grand machine of the universe? Or are they merely another product of creation, random chance, that perhaps it is bereft of purpose altogether? How about you let us know in the comments, or come chat to us about it on the Discord? And don't forget to come back anytime.